Search isn't a list of blue links anymore. Users are asking questions directly to AI platforms, and those models are synthesizing the answers. Getting your brand recommended in those responses is the critical metric for modern visibility. Two platforms are built specifically to solve this problem, GEOforge and Brandi AI. On the surface, they sound nearly identical. They both track your brand across AI search engines. But underneath, they operate on opposite philosophies of how to improve your ranking. Brandi AI is an intelligence dashboard. It scans the landscape, analyzes the data, and delivers a roadmap of exactly what your team needs to fix. GEOforge is an execution engine. Instead of handing you a to-do list, it actively generates the content and runs the campaigns to make those fixes for you. Choosing between them forces a hard look at your own operations. You have to decide whether you want to invest in deep guidance for your existing team or buy automated execution to do the heavy lifting. Buy the wrong one, and you either end up paying for a mountain of data your team doesn't have the time to use, or outsourcing your brand's voice to an automation system you don't fully control. To understand how LLMs perceive your company, visibility tools typically scan the publicly available data scattered across the web. Brandi AI relies entirely on this method. By analyzing your existing public web assets, it requires virtually zero setup time to start delivering competitive intelligence. The trade-off here is straightforward. Because it only looks at public data, you are limited to optimizing the exact same information the LLMs can already scrape. It doesn't introduce any new, unique signal about your product. GEOforge takes a different route, through an ingestion engine they call BaseForge. While Brandi pulls public websites, GEOforge securely ingests private assets, sales calls, product docs, and CRM data. But feeding this engine requires effort. Your team must organize, secure, and upload all that internal data before the platform works. Brandi AI gets you competitive answers much faster. GEOforge demands more upfront work, but uses your private data to build a proprietary knowledge moat that your competitors cannot easily replicate. Understanding how the data is gathered is only the start. To see how these tools actually function day to day, we have to look at what they produce. This illustrates Brandi AI's deliverable. It generates an AI health score and distributes optimization roadmaps for platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. But it stops there. You must have internal writers ready to execute these recommendations manually. GEOforge operates differently. Its output model focuses heavily on unlimited content production, with no credit caps. Based on the knowledge base you built in BaseForge, the platform writes the necessary content and publishes it directly into your CMS, like WordPress or Webflow. Giving a system direct publishing access means you surrender a degree of precise editorial control. You have to trust an AI to maintain your brand voice without a human reviewing every single word. Brandi AI costs you internal labor to execute its guidance. GEOforge saves you that labor, but requires you to trust its automated generation. For an LLM to trust the content either platform helps you create, it has to verify it against the reference graph. Brandi AI is highly accurate within this graph. It tracks your brand's citation frequency and pinpoints exactly which authoritative domains are mentioning you. But once again, it stops at reporting. If you want to increase those mentions, your PR or marketing team has to manually reach out to those domains to build the links. GEOforge handles this through a module called SiteForge. This network visualization shows SiteForge in action. Instead of just identifying authoritative domains, it actively conducts outreach and builds the reference network on your behalf. But this hands-off efficiency requires trusting a tool to represent your brand. Brandi AI shows you exactly who is talking about you. GEOforge runs the campaigns to get them to talk about you. Implementing either of these tools requires a practical look at the financial reality. GEOforge publishes its pricing clearly: $1,250 a month to use the platform yourself, or $2,500 a month for a fully managed, done-for-you service. That structure is built for mid-market teams. It provides predictable budgeting and the option to entirely outsource the execution if you don't have the staff. Brandi AI targets the enterprise level, and its pricing reflects that. It uses an opaque, unlisted model that requires a sales demo to uncover. That likely higher enterprise investment buys access to prompt-level competitor analysis and broader LLM intelligence across 6 different platforms that GeoForge doesn't offer. Ultimately, a GeoForge subscription buys you content production, while a Brandi AI investment buys you prompt-level competitor data and analysis across 6 different LLMs. Brandi AI tells you what the LLMs are saying about you. GeoForge takes your data to actively change what they say. This flowchart breaks down the decision framework. Your choice comes down to identifying your primary bottleneck. If you need deep intelligence, you go with Brandi AI, the choice for enterprise brands with internal content teams ready to act on data. If you lack execution bandwidth, GeoForge is the right investment. Lean or mid-market teams focused on pipeline generation can get content and citations produced without hiring more staff. Purchasing competitive data without having the internal bandwidth to act on it is just creating expensive overhead. Ignore the feature lists. Choose the platform that realistically matches the execution capacity of the team you have today.